Today we are going to talk about infidelity and rates of spousal affairs. Now, a lot of these seem to point the finger at men. Of course they do. But trust me on this, women cheat more than men do. We don't want to admit it. And now, granted, some of these things have stated that men admit to cheating more than women do. So 22 is a high number for men, and 14 is a low number for women. So if you add that up, reduce that, let's see, about 5, increase that by about 5, just picking a random number. So that would be 17, and that would be 19. So again, you know, or even if you keep it the same, right? Keep this 22 the same. Actually, let's bump it up by 1. Right? Let's say there's a factor of 1. Let's bump it up by 1, 23%. Women don't come forward, let's say 60% of the time. That means 40% of the time they do. So this is 40% of a bigger number. And I'm doing this all off the top of my head, by the way. So, so that would be about 28, give or take. 28, 30 around there. So 30% compared to 23. She has to turn up her music. Anyways, I might get copyright struck because that is acid bath. But she's taking a bath. Well, listening to acid bath. Oh, that's clever. But anyways, yeah, I didn't expect you to turn it up. But no, what percent of wives cheat? 22 to 37% of husbands being unfaithful, and 14 to 20% of wives having affairs and cheating. That's admitted. And why is 22 to 30? That's a margin error of 15. This margin error is 6. So we're either really uncertain about husbands, or we're really certain about wives, or y'all are lying. Survive infidelity. Why do cheating men stay married? Do most marriages end due to infidelity? Spouses cheat. The percentage of affairs that begin at work, 60%. What makes women cheat on their partners? Okay, this is an interesting one. The 3 main reasons for cheating women are lack of love for primary partner, desire for sexual variety, that one I'll talk about, and situational factors like being drunk or on vacation. Situational fact. Men don't cheat for situational factors. They don't. I mean, I've heard of a few cases with that, but it's nowhere near as often as women do it. And desire for sexual variety, men don't care about sexual variety. They don't. Not in the most sense, no. But sexual variety is basically monkey branching, if you ever heard that term. And monkey branching is getting as much backup dick as you possibly can, just in case this relationship sinks into the dirt. You got a backup boy. In case that backup boy sinks into the dirt, you got another backup boy, and it keeps going down the list. Women do that, men fucking don't. Men don't have backup whores, okay? They fucking don't. Unless they're prostitutes and they service the whole fucking community, okay? Again, men don't have backup whores. Women have backup dick like it's going out of style. That's why I say women cheat more. Right? Because they have more people in line to fuck them. They have more people in line, waiting in the wings to have sex with this person. They're waiting like that. Okay. So, but men don't do that. Percentage of marriages have affairs. Check that. Vows are exchanged, promises are made of the marriage begins with love and high hopes, and yet according to the Journal of Couple and Relationship Therapy, 50% married women and 60% of married men will have an extramarital affair at some time in their marriage. These numbers are so different. Like over here, it was like 20% of 22% of husbands are unfaithful. Here it's 60% of husbands. Like it's no one can agree what the fucking numbers are. And that's one thing that makes you really question. No one can agree what the fucking numbers are. Why do people stay with cheaters? Sometimes people stay with cheaters because they aren't able to leave. I can't leave. He has all the money. There's no law in the land that lets me take all his money through a divorce. Really? You aren't able to leave? It says who? You can fucking leave. Maybe you have to make it on your own. God forbid. You don't have to louch on his money. Or you could just take his money in a divorce. Oops. I forgot we do that in this patriarchal society. Due to financial reasons. They have a full family with children, and it takes time to orchestrate the move, or they may be cheating themselves, or they may feel there isn't anyone else out there better. Okay. The last one is actually a genuine reason, right? Especially if you've experienced abuse your entire life. If all you've experienced is abuse, then you're going to expect everyone to be abusive. That's just how it works, right? So that is a genuine reason. The rest of them are bullshit. Full family with children, it takes time to orchestrate the move. There are so many butt fucking programs designed especially for women and their daughters, to take the kids and go to a shelter and shit. Not for their sons, even if they're not even old enough to have a functioning penis. They're still men. They're still boys, so they're not allowed in most shelters. Thanks, feminism. Thanks for that. Your equality movement to help everyone, except for men. Jesus Christ. Okay, why are women cheating on their husbands? The major reason a married woman is more prone to cheat on her husband. More prone to cheat on her husband. That right there says women are more prone to cheat than men are. Okay, interesting. Is because society is moving further and further away from God. What? What? Pardon? When did God come into this? Which means she is too. A woman who is not convicted in her heart to remain faithful to her husband will eventually fall prey to the temptations around her. This works both ways. Are you going to the land of milk and honey? Is that what's going on? Speaking of milk. Milk. Anyways, the land of milk and honey. All you gotta do is find the land of oatmeal, and you got yourself a bath bomb. But no, further and further away from God. That that was a plot twist. Fuck. That was a major plot twist. Why do people cheat on their spouses? The first explanation is probably the most well-known. Spouses cheat because of problems in their relationship. Something is missing. Passion is faded. Partners feel lonely. A partner finds someone who treats them better or who appreciates them more than their current spouse, and so on. That is actually a genuine... I'm going to leave that open. That's actually a genuine fucking thing. It's very genuine. What percentage of people never get married? That's a good question. All unmarried Americans, nearly 2/3 of them, 63.5%, have never been married. That's up from 60%. It's up from 60% in 2005. In part, this is because the median age at which people first marry, of those who do marry, is at an all-time high of 29.5 for men and 27.4 for women. Interesting. So we can look at this number of higher for men. Men are on average 2.1 years higher than women the time they get married on average. And we look at that number and we don't think at all that it's justified for a 18-year-old boy to date a 16-year-old girl. Now, in some states, we have the Romeo and Juliet clause, which allows them to do that. But in a lot of states, we don't. And for a long time, we didn't. We had no Romeo and Juliet clause whatsoever. And that happened a lot on, what was it called? Fucking Law and Order SVU. All the fucking time, there was some 18-year-old who was dating a 16-year-old, and the 16-year-old's parents get pissy and label him as a sex offender. Happens all the time in that show. And that show is not very forthcoming when it comes to men's issues. why do women cheat so much? We'll see how they've warped this question. On the flip side, women cheat mostly because they're missing the emotional connection with their partners and feel lonely. They experience the lack of communication, passion, and even old-fashioned intimacy, such as holding hands. I fucked another dude because we didn't hold hands. Pardon? I broke my sacred vows because he didn't hold my hand. Jesus Christ. Why do women cheat in marriages? Married women cheat basically because they are not satisfied or not getting what they expected to get when she got married. The reason for a married woman to cheat could be endless, you don't say. Spending too much time with childbearing and lost the courtship with her husband. I feel like that would have gone extinct by the time we entered the Renaissance era. And people stopped dropping dead of fucking childbirth. You know what I mean? Like, you'd think. What percentage of married couples are truly happy? That's a good question. 43% of married respondents reported that they were very happy compared to 24% of unmarried individuals. So you're more happy if you're married by a factor of almost 2? That's crazy. That's a reason to get married. Hey, absolutely. You want to be happy? Get married. Here's the problem. You get married, she no faults divorce your ass, which she can do at any time under any circumstances. And then she takes all your money, your car, your kids, your house, your fucking keychain, that cool poster you have in your room, all the money you've ever had, and that dresser you won at an auction. All of it fucking gone. Because she decided I don't want to give him love and affection anymore, but I still want his money, so I'm going to divorce him. No responsibility for me. Hey, that's what we've given women. We've given women the permission to be irresponsible twats, right? And unfortunately, a good chunk of them are doing that. They're choosing to be irresponsible twats who take no responsibility for cheating, no responsibility for fucking false allegations, no responsibility for taking all of his fucking money, no responsibility for any of that shit. The wealthiest woman on the planet got her money via divorce. Let that fucking sink in. More money than the average middleman, middle class, will see in their fucking lifetime. She got from marriage. How the fuck is that fair? Feminists are always talking about equality and fairness. Where the fuck's our fairness? Where's our equality? For the middle class white man. Where the fuck's ours? Oh, right, they hate us. I forgot. Whoops. Now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a situation a friend of mine's been through. He fell in love with this girl who had a boyfriend, and she told him that, her and her boyfriend aren't really getting along. They're having troubles in the relationship. And she told my friend that she would love him in every lifetime, and she would pay half his airfare for him to come out and have sex with her. They live in different states. I got a buzz. But you get my point. They live in different states, and they think, okay, well, she thinks, okay, well, I'll pay for half his airfare for him to come out here because I really love this man. And she tells him, I love you. I want to be with you. I'd marry you in every lifetime. All this very romantic, very alluring kind of stuff. She allures him. Absolutely allures him. And he, having been abused almost his entire life, basically falls for it. He becomes a sucker for this woman, thinking she's the one destined to be his wife. Everyone believes in the one. It's just natural human fucking existence. He believes that she's the one because of what she told him. Keep in mind, he wasn't hugged since the age of 5 by his parents. That's gonna fuck up anybody. Okay. And not to mention all the abuse he suffered by the hands of his father. Not to mention that. But again, and his mother did nothing, by the way, so they're both complacent. But again, what happens is he falls for her sweet, soothing words. And then he says, well, since you have a boyfriend, you have to pick between him or me. Keep in mind, I love you and I will treat you the best I possibly could forever, right? He's beyond in love with this woman. And she goes to the boyfriend and they have a three-way call, right? And my friend says to the boyfriend, I'll help you find someone better. I'll help you find love. I know people that I don't get along with, but I know will get along with you in terms of relationships. And the boyfriend hung up. Now, I don't blame the boyfriend for that. You know, he's kind of, being invaded. I get that. But at the same time, my friend was trying to help him, right? Because my friend felt destined to be with this woman because of what she told him. She persuaded him. And I'm going to use these words even though I typically don't, she love bombed him and she gaslighted him. But she did that in a different way, and I'll get to that in a second. What she does is she stops talking to my friend and then goes to her boyfriend. After telling the boyfriend the truth of the affair, she then tells the boyfriend, well, he love bombed me. He gaslit me. He's BPD, therefore he's not really, but he's BPD, therefore he smoothed me in with his honey words, and I couldn't do anything to control myself. And the boyfriend fucking bought it like a sucker. He fucking bought it, and fuck, he bought it, and the woman stops talking to my friend. Just stops talking to him. Doesn't block him. Doesn't tell him what he did wrong. Just stops talking to him. And then she tells me, my fiance, and her boyfriend that she's the victim in all this. There's whole conversations of her and my fiance talking, and all she ever talks about is how she's a victim because there's no food and there's no power and all this third world bullshit. She's in California, by the way, so I mean it's fucking hot right now, and on top of that it's on fire. So again, I'll give her some leeway. Who the fuck is messaging me? Oh my god, hold on, people. Fucking hold on. Oh my god, stop it. My fucking woman's messaging me from the bathroom. Okay, anyways, fuck. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh, but fuck. Can I really pause a video while it's recording? To feel my girlfriend's fucking bathwater? Oh my god. Stop messaging me! I'll be right back, guys. Make me lose my fucking place. What the hell you want? I'm making a fucking video. You blowing up my goddamn thing. And now I hear ping, 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 ping every goddamn second. You asshole. Feel it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, but it's a lot? Yeah. 5 minutes. I'm making a fucking video. Quit messaging me. I love you. I love you. I love you, motherfucker. Stop messaging me. I love you. I love you too. No, seriously, stop messaging me. We're in the video. She better not be fucking messaging me. I saw her typing on her phone. She's probably messaging me some more. Oh, shit. My table. Okay. I was gone for a minute and a half. Okay, whatever. Alright. Okay, now back to what I was fucking getting at before I was interrupted by my fucking woman. Jeez. Okay. Ugh. Running out of breath. So, she basically plays the victim the whole time, right? And doesn't talk to my friend. Basically gaslights him by making him question his own sanity. By not talking to him after telling him I would marry you every lifetime and I love you unconditionally and I will always love you. Okay. She just stopped caring about him. Just stopped. Right? And he felt suicidal. Okay. And not this, oh, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't love me. No, it was, I'm not lying, I'm feeling kind of suicidal. Right? He admitted this, you know, to me as well. And I talked him down, as you do with your friends. And I basically told him to live in spite of her. And I think it's working. So that's good. But she almost killed him because he has been neglected his entire life. He doesn't understand what love is. He doesn't understand. Well, he does, but he doesn't understand how to recognize when it's real love and when it's I want a side dick love. What happened was I want a side dick love. That's what it was. She wanted to monkey branch. Now, it turns out that the boyfriend snuck out one night and spent time with a girl he had feelings for, but we don't know if they actually did anything or not. So no one's fucking innocent in this, right? Everyone's fucking doing something with somebody, cheating on somebody, lying, whatever. Okay, everyone's doing something bad in this situation. Now, my friend is at fault for falling for her honeyed words. That's what he did wrong. He fell for these sweet honey words and believed them. They were only talking for a few weeks. Granted, my girlfriend and I, or my fiance and I, technically started dating within the first few days of talking. Technically, uh, we only discovered this a week into, but she kind of claimed me, and I didn't even realize. Or did I claim her? I forget. One or the other. Again, so it's not that unusual for a couple weeks you fall in love. That's not as unusual as people might think. But again, he fell for this woman so fucking hard that he hit the pavement. And now he's bleeding because he hit the pavement so fucking hard. Okay, for fuck's sake, he's fucking broken. And he's talking about how we need to put women out to pasture. And I'm starting to agree with him. I'm starting to. Because, you know, at least the women who claim men are hateful and they never did anything productive and all this shit. The women who claim that, we need to put them in their own little society from scratch in the forest, in the wild, with no resources and no fuel and no food. And let them figure it out. You hate men so much, build your own damn society. Plain and simple, right? But the majority of women can stay because the majority of women are not hateful bitches. So yeah. Basically all the true believing feminists, basically. We need to dump them in the fucking Sahara. Or wherever, Although they like the sand dwellers, so maybe they'll form harems. Who knows? Uh, you know, Whatever works, I suppose. I kind of forgot where I was getting with this video. Ale interrupted me. But I will say, again, just you guys be careful of the people that give you honeyed words, because people cheat, people lie, right? People make shit up. People, you know, People do bad things. Apparently there's more joy in being married than not. But that's probably because you made vows to each other, right? If you made a vow of being with someone eternally, that will make you feel more confident in your relationship than if you didn't. And that's just psychology. That just makes sense, right? So again, if you believe that God has bound you together, you're going to, you're going to feel more connected to this person. Now, Ale and I plan on getting married sort of under the books, under the radar, sort of under the books and radars and stuff. And basically, we do it so we're married in the eyes of God and nothing more. Because I don't care about the eyes of man. I really don't. On top of that, they'll fuck up my Social Security, and then we won't be able to live here. So, yay, Bernie. No, Bernie. No, is she listening to pop now? She was listening to Acid Bath a minute ago. Anyways, I'm going to spare you guys the humility of bad music, so I'm just going to end this. I do believe women cheat more than men. Because the same people who say this stuff, that women are, that women cheat less than men, are the same people saying women admit it less. Same fucking people, same sources tell me the same thing, right? On a previous video I did, I found a source that actively said, right, actively said that women admit it less and men admit it more. So men admitting is kind of a high number, women admitting is kind of a low number, even though there were 4 times the number of women admitting it than men. 4 times. It was like 88,000 compared to 22,000, or some shit like that. 88,000 women compared to 20,000 men, even though men admit it more. How the fuck does that happen? Men cheat more? According to those numbers, not even fucking close. Right? Like, not even fucking close. It's a landslide in women's fervor. But anyways, that's my thoughts on infidelity and all that stuff. And I'll be back to making videos. I got to get the lead out, and it's taking me a bit. But I'll be around. Don't worry. I'm always here for you guys. Y'all take care. Bye bye.